Hello students, today I am going to discuss part 3rd of phases of inheritance and variation. In this part we will discuss about the Mendel's laws. First law of Mendel is known as law of dominance. This law states that in heterozygous individual, a character is represented by two contrasting factors called alleles. Out of the two alleles, only one is able to express its effect in the individual. It is called dominant allele, and other allele which does not show its effect in the heterozygous individual is called recessive allele. The dominant trait is represented by capital letter and recessive trait with a small letter. So in this part, first thing is that there is two alleles for a single character. Here you can see that for a single character, there are two contrasting alleles are present. Out of these two contrasting means it is in heterozygous. This law is mainly applied to the heterozygous individuals. Out of these two alleles, only one is able to express its effect. The allele which is expressed is called the dominant allele, and the allele which is not expressed is called recessive allele. The dominant allele is represented by capital letter and recessive allele is represented by a small letter. In law of dominance, what we have discussed that for each trait and trait is also known as character. For each trait, there are two factors are present. Mendel used the term factors for spite of alleles. There are two factors are present, and these two factors we also can say two alleles are present. What we have seen that, and this law of dominance, it can be well explained by those individuals which are heterozygous and having the contrasting allele or factors. For example, when we cross the capital T with small t in F1 generation, after cross in F1 generation we get all the plants like this. All the plants having the same genotype and all of they are heterozygous. Heterozygous means they have two different types of allele or two contrasting alleles. We can write here the phenotype of this genotype is tall. These plants are tall. These plants are tall plants. But here we can see that in this plant, four type of alleles or factors are present. This one is for tallness and this one is for dwarfness. Law of dominance explains that why this plant is a tall plant. According to Mendel's law of dominance, there is only one character which is dominant is expressed, and the other which is not dominant is a recessive one. So this tallness, this factor is the dominant one, the factor which is responsible for dominant trait, dominant, the factor which is responsible for tallness is the dominant factor and it is expressed, and the other factor which is responsible for dwarfness is not expressed, it is recessive. तो यहाँ पे आपको जो चीज़ें याद रखनी है कि हर ट्रेट के लिए there is टू फैक्टर्स आर देयर। हर ट्रेट को कंट्रोल करने के लिए दो फैक्टर्स होते हैं। जैसे टॉलनेस को कंट्रोल करने के लिए ये टॉल प्लांट है, यहाँ पे दो फैक्टर हैं। ये ड्वार्फ प्लांट है, इसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए भी दो फैक्टर हैं या दो अलील हैं। लेकिन हेट्रोजाइगस कंडीशन में, हेट्रोजाइगस इंडिविजुअल के अंदर दोनों जो फैक्टर या अलील्स हैं ये डिफरेंट टाइप के होते हैं। एक टॉलनेस का होता है, एक ड्वार्फनेस का होता है। तो इसे हम एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस कि ये प्लांट टॉल क्यों है। टॉल इसलिए है क्योंकि यहाँ पर एक डोमिनेंट है, एक रिसेसिव फैक्टर है। और अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस गिवन बाय Mendel, that only the dominant trait is expressed in heterozygous individual, the recessive one is not expressed. So this is the law of dominance. Next is law of segregation. According to this law, the factors of character present in an individual keep their identity distinct and they separate at the time of gametogenesis or gamete formation. Only one of the factor enters the gamete. As a result, gametes are pure for a character. A homozygous individual produces only one type of gamete, while a heterozygous individual produces two types of gamete. Here we can see two individuals. One is homozygous dominant and other one is heterozygous dominant. Segregation का मतलब होता है to separate, अलग हो जाना. These are the two factor or allele for tall character or tallness, and this plant is also tall, but here the two factors are different. These are the contrasting allele for tallness. At the time of gamete formation, according to this law, there's two factors, they get separated to two different gametes. This is first gamete and second gamete, and here also they are separated to two different gametes. So in this is the third point, that when individual is homozygous, then they produce same type of gametes. Here capital T and capital T, they produce same types of gametes, and such gametes are homogametes. And in heterozygous condition, individual, because the two factors or allele are of different types, so there are two types of gametes are produced. तो लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन क्या है? लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन का मतलब है कि हर कैरेक्टर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए जो दो फैक्टर्स इंडिविजुअल में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, ये दोनों कैरेक्टर गैमेट बनने के साथ के वक्त अलग अलग गैमेट में सेपरेट हो जाते हैं। यही लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन है। इसके अलावा जो थर्ड पॉइंट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग अगर होमोजाइगस इंडिविजुअल है तो दोनों जितने भी गैमेट्स बनेंगे वो सिमिलर टाइप के होंगे, और हेट्रोजाइगस कंडीशन अगर है तो वहाँ पे दो तरह के गैमेट्स बनेंगे, यानी जो गैमेट्स बनेंगे वो डिफरेंट टाइप के होंगे। तो इसको लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन कहते हैं। नेक्स्ट इज लॉ ऑफ independent assortment. This law states that in the inheritance of the two pairs of contrasting characters, the factors of each pair of characters segregate independently. यहाँ पे इस टर्म पे हमें कंसंट्रेट करना है कि they segregate or separate independently of the factors the other pair of the character. This law was proposed by Mendel based on the result of डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉसेज। इसे भी याद रखना है कि लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट को प्रूव करने के लिए मेंडल ने डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस का यूज किया था। टू प्रूव दिस ही डिड अ डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस, एंड दिस क्रॉस वाज डन बिटवीन द राउंड येलो सीड, एंड दीज आर द जीनोटाइप, एंड homozygous recessive trait, wrinkled and green seed, and these are the genotype of the plant. In F1 generation, all the plants were round yellow, but in F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio was 9:3:3:1, and this is the genotypic ratio obtained at the time of F2 generation. Here Mendel has taken 2 characters at a time. So for each character, for round character, he selected R, R and Y, Y. Here also for wrinkled green, he used small r, small y, small y. Now there are 2 traits. These 2 factors are for shape of the seed, and these 2 factors are for the color of the seed. यानी ये येलो कलर के लिए है, ये राउंड शेप के लिए. Similarly here, these 2 factors are for shape of the seed, and these 2 factors are for color of the seed. ये ग्रीन कलर के लिए है, ये wrinkled के लिए है, ये राउंड और ये येलो कलर के. According to this law, when these 2 factors separate from each other, they separate independently. इसका मतलब है कि राउंड, इसका मतलब ये है कि कभी भी कुछ ऐसा इंडिविजुअल प्रोड्यूस हो सकता है जिसके अंदर कैपिटल R हो और कैपिटल Y हो. यानी ये किस तरह का सीड होगा? राउंड ग्रीन. ये राउंड ग्रीन सीड हमें तभी मिलेगा जब ये दोनों फैक्टर इंडिपेंडेंटली एक दूसरे से सेपरेट होंगे. इसी को हम इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट कहते हैं. अगर ये 2 फैक्टर एक दूसरे से इंडिपेंडेंटली असॉर्ट नहीं हो रहे हैं, सेपरेट नहीं हो रहे हैं, तो ये इसके साथ कंबाइन नहीं हो सकता. तो ये डायहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में हम देख चुके हैं कि हाउ दिस 4 डिफरेंट फिनोटाइप्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड, देयर रेशियो आर 9:3:3:1. तो यहाँ पर यही है कि जो 2 कैरेक्टर्स हैं एट द टाइम ऑफ गैमेट फॉर्मेशन, दे सेपरेट इंडिपेंडेंटली विदाउट अफेक्टिंग द अदर ट्रेट. यानी जो 2 कैरेक्टर मेंडल ने चूज़ किए थे वो अलग होते वक्त एक दूसरे को अफेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, वो इंडिपेंडेंटली असॉर्ट हो जाते हैं.